Hello and welcome to the video. Today we are playing Doki Literature Club. So let's get into the game. I just need to check something. Hi again, Tox. Glad to see you didn't run away. Almost. Nah, don't worry. We wouldn't run away. Of course not. Of course not. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Exactly. Keeping words. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Tox. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. No, it's definitely not an overwhelming commitment. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Hey, I deserve all the slack. Suri told me you didn't even want to join the club, any clubs this year. Whoa, Suri, just telling on us. And last year too. I don't even know if you plan to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Hey, I took it seriously. I got a poem, perfect poem, best poem. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Oh shit. Natsuki finds herself struck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. She's not wrong. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry guys. Tox always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Yeah, exactly. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Yeah, because you'd forget it otherwise. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. Oh shit. And you almost set your house on fire. Oh my god, damn, sorry. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Yeah, don't worry, we can become friends. How come you and Tox can become good friends too? Exactly. Suri. As usual, Suri seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me in. I don't think it was that weird. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Suri? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Yeah, what did you bring? Never mind. No, I want to see. Suri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. It can't be that big of a deal. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into a bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. Oh, thank you, Yuri. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. Oh, thank you. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. What type of book are you giving me, Yuri? This is... How has this girl accidentally been so cute? She has been cute. She even picked out a book she thinks I like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. No, it's gonna get set down. I'm gonna forget about it and not read it. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Suri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in book. Are we gonna read these poems? I've got the best poem. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for the chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and your eyes meet for a split second. But then only makes her harder face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I'm out of this sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focusing, I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Your face tells me otherwise. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, and that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see, yeah, two of them, sure. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. No, I won't. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Oh, maybe I will read it, actually. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Oh, this looks fun. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with a long lost younger sister. Interesting, you got me intrigued. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. Okay, go on. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. Oh my god. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. Yeah, it does sound intriguing. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. Whoa, okay. What kind of... That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark turn came from nowhere. Yeah, it did. Yuri gently giggles out all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Talks? No, it's not bad. I just wasn't expecting the twist. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly when you thought you relate to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. No, you're fine, Yuri. I'm sorry, don't be sorry. Yeah, hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Yeah, it sounds like an intriguing story. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. What problem's that, Yuri? When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Oh, that's fine, Yuri. And please stop me if I start talking too much. No, that's fine. You're explaining the book to me. Why would I stop that? I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Exactly. That's the least I can do, is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Yeah, we'll read this book right now. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Yeah, you were looking forward to it, weren't you? And let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I think I'm making her embarrassed. I slipped into the seat next to Yuri. Ah, yeah, definitely making her embarrassed. Yeah, are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. Stop apologizing, Yuri. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. Ah, okay, that's fair enough. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book to start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence all over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Yeah, I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. Stop apologizing, Yuri. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and then hold my book more between the two of them. Wow, going with the moves straight away, are ya? I suppose so. Look, yeah, we're making Yuri embarrassed. Yuri timidly credits her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the pages. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're held it even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracted me. I know why it's distracted you. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? Yes, we were not thinking about the book anymore. Turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. You definitely did get distracted. I glance over at Yuri's face again and your eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's not the reading that's the problem, it's being distracted. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. I thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. Yeah, I can see how you can make that comparison. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment, but talks. That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean to put it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. Yeah, you need to think before you speak. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. There we go. Phrasing. What are you saying all of a sudden? Yeah, look, we're making her embarrassed again. Silence. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. Perfect. We're getting into the poems. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing their thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Ow! Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? Wow, being direct there. I see. I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this thing before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Yeah, I'll share my poem. It's with someone. I can't wait. Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sarah is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composite notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, we'll talk to Yuri. Let's go show Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten up. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? You did, Yuri. Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. We definitely made her embarrassed again. Well, he's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Exactly, you didn't do anything wrong. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. I have not. I'm just making this up as I go along. Really? Oh, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there's specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, I tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stamina is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Well, I thank you for your feedback, Yuri. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine, you need to stop apologizing. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'll have to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly as if there's a great opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Well, at least I think that's it. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Oh god, no. Your handwriting is like 10 times better than mine. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. But yeah, it's hard reading cursive. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Yeah, the poem was nice. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Woohoo. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Tox. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. What do you mean? I read that damn thing. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbiotically compared to a ghost, lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left without nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. There's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. I definitely could learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Tox. Me too. Who should I share my poem to next? Let's go share Monica. Hi, Tox. Having a good time so far? I am having a good time so far. Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, I wanted to share your... Want to share your poem with me? It's kinda embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ha 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 ha. Don't worry, Tox. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past in. Yeah, that's true. I handed Monica my poem. Good job, Tox. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Yeah, we were just putting words together. But even putting words together, best poem. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Exactly. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. But I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of energy and symbolism. Yeah. Unlike Sarah, who likes using simple and direct words to describe her happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I assume Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Yeah, no, I'm just making poems up as I go. Don't worry so much about it. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. Oh, thank you. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem? Yeah, I'll read your poem, Monica. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You're better than me, Monica. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. I like this poem, actually. So what do you think? It was a very nice poem, Monica. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, that can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. I've been influenced, and it's been influencing my poems a bit. Well, what kind of epiphany did you have, Monica? An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on points. I need damn words. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. That sounds like a good tip, Monica. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. That's perfect advice. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's go Natsuki then. Silence. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Whoa, damn, Natsuki. And being a hater? That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. You didn't have to say it was bad, Natsuki. It just didn't evoke any emotions. Oh, damn. So basically, it's just not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sorry. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I like that. Yeah, I told you that you were gonna like it. I like it. I really did like it. I found it funny and great. It's just so simple. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But that's for sure. I didn't take it too seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. Unlike when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out all the feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I think you're making stuff up, Natsuki. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, time to show Sorori. This is a good poem, Tox. Are you sure it's your first time? Yes, very first time. Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? And no, I am not. I guess you're right. But that's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. Well, damn sorry, no faith in me whatsoever. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminded me of how you're really a part of a club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Tox, deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying a new thing like this for other people, that's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sorori. I'm not sure if Sorori sees the full picture of my motive. Then again, I know your motive. I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you've had lots of fun here, okay? That's will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. You're still better than me. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I like that one a lot. Sorry. This is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write this one? Yeah, did you wait until the morning to write this one? No, it's just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. You definitely did, sir. That was a good one. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially for that last one. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. It is bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna have the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I'm glancing around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre riding abilities. Even if it's just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sarah and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh no, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Wow, Natsuki, are you hating again? Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? Clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? And that's the key, just admit you like what she's saying. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I wasn't looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Damn! Sabina hater. Which people did, by the way. Sarah liked it, and Tox did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my riding style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Tox liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Wow. That's not what I... Your sense up as well. Maybe it's just that Tox appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh damn, we're getting in a fight. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Tox started showing up. I'm gonna die. Natsuki, Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned toward me as if they noticed I was standing there. Fox, she's just trying to make you look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple riding is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. No, I think you're being a hater, Natsuki here. What's my point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Tox. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not the only unnecessary limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Tox? Well, how did I get dragged to this first time? Thank you for the follow, Dusk. It's not like I know anything about riding, but whoever I agree with, they probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... Natsuki's being a hater. I have to go with Yuri on this one. Natsuki. You're I like your phone. Wait, that's no excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing, no matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yeah, you definitely took that way too far, Natsuki. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding me? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Yeah, Natsuki. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sorry, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It will spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On the way out, she crumbles up the poem with her hands and throws it into the trash. No, don't throw it out. That was a good poem. You just can't be a hater to other people. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. Now look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at the desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Sigh. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, I definitely don't hate you, Yuri. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Tox, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of the club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Yes, plausible deniability. Well, never mind that. I'm gonna go make some tea. Alright, good idea. Make enough for me. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did all you feel sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Tox, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone writes. With any luck, for me and I can at least do better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Tox, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hee hee hee. Suri beams at me. It's truly been a while since Suri and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sorry, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that mean kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. No, I don't hate them. Taking the words out of my mouth. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Tox, it's a nice thing I got to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's hee. Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Suri still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Suri. I pat Suri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to see Suri as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, rest of this. And that's where we'll end for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.